game's finished 3-3. I'm going to do this with some stars because I feel like we all need some cheering up. I actually was pretty happy with the result well, not happy, but thankful when the game finished. And with the result, because I feel like it could have gone either way in the end. I saw some fantastic goals from us, saw some fantastic goals from them, ex-Man City players for you. And I thought we were, lucky, but also equally we played some good football in that. Majority of you fans are fuming, and you think the back line was disgraceful, and you think we could have done better. You think we're at home, so that we should have sealed victory, and I agree with you there, but you never know in these Champions League how these games are going to go, and I think Roma turned up today. I thought they were fantastic, much better than what I thought they were going to be, and we're extremely lucky, I suppose, to scrape through a draw. But equally so, 2 great goals from Hazard, David Luiz in the midfield. What did I say? I thought he was fantastic. I think that's where he should play. He is not a defender. To me, and yeah, I predicted before the game, and I said even in my preview that David Luiz in midfield makes perfect sense because he offers that extra bit of attacking force. And I honestly feel like if he hadn't have scored, he chose to shoot. It wasn't like it was a set up goal. Then I really feel like that Roma would have actually netted the first goal. So incredible performance for him. But equally, I'm really, really mad that Conte decided to take him off. And I honestly feel like the situation we've got at the moment, Conte has no idea what to do without Kante. Morata's back, we've solved that sort of situation, although he was very quiet today. But Conte has no idea what team to play, what formation to play, what players to put in the right places when Kante isn't there. And in a way, I don't blame him because we haven't got anybody else that can do Kante's job. No other teams have a job that Kante can do. Kante is fantastic. He's our number one, 100%. We can see that when he's not with us, and it needs to be resolved. So yeah, was it the dream performance? No. Was it an improvement from Palace? Absolutely. David Luiz in sort of the central midfield role is 100% where he needs to be until Kante is back, and he needs to be playing the full 90 minutes. He can't be taken off. If you were going to take off anybody in this game, it would have been Fabregas. I feel like you would have taken Fabregas off and brought Pedro on, not taking away the one player that's doing some good. And also we needed to see how he was going to do for 90 minutes to see if this was 100% the right way to go. I think the only thing I can think of that Conte was thinking if David Luiz isn't injured is that he didn't want him to make some sort of stupid foul enough for us to go 10 men down. That's the only realistic sort of answer I can think of in my head. Yeah, there's probably loads more I could say. It was such an up and down game. So yeah, I think I'll sum up with, it wasn't the dream performance. I don't think it's as bad as everybody else feels it was. I'm sorry if that offends some people. I feel like it could have been a lot worse, and I saw some great goals today. And it's nice to know that we have some of our best players on form. Hazard's clearly on form. We now know where to put David Luiz. And there are just some things I think we need to correct in the back line. I think Rudiger should have started. Things like that. But I think the most important thing to remember is that without Kante, we've got some serious problems. And we can't even fix it until he's back or until January where we're looking for another one. And how hard is it going to be to find another Kante? It's going to be really difficult. So yeah, I think Conte just basically needs to find the best solution quickly to who he plays and who he plays in what position, and then we can all move on from this because we've got a huge game against Watford on Saturday, and then we've got, we've got an extremely important game against Roma in the away leg, even though Madrid dropped points. But overall, it could have been worse. God.